Yo, welcome to the channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you're not. It's Shot by Kurt. Today, episode 2, Thoughts by Kurt. So today's episode is pretty much on the topic of like finding your lane and how to go about it. And this is more so like an open discussion than a guideline on how to do so, because I haven't figured out how to do so. So that's why I just wanted to kind of bring this to the table and see what everybody else's thoughts and opinions are on where they're at in their video career, their video journey, how they got there, what sort of mindset did they take or adapt to finding out exactly what lane they wanted to be in, whether it be music videos, sports, commercials, whatever. So for me, I do music videos, brand content, but then lately, if you're familiar with the channel, then you know that I play basketball. So lately I've been shooting a lot of basketball stuff. That's really dear to my heart. Basketball literally kept me out of so much trouble, to the point where I can literally say that basketball changed my life, even though I didn't play professional or even college for that matter. But basketball just literally saved my life, because I wanted to be in the gym so much that instead of me trying to find somewhere else to go to get in trouble or whatever, I needed to find a gym. So that's that. Lately I've been shooting a lot of basketball content and it feels right, but at the point that I'm at, since that's not something that I natively do, I feel like I fell down the rungs a bit in terms of like pay. And that's another thing, like finding the balance of like what you love and being able to get paid for it. And while I do music, so I can understand a rapper, or an artist or whatever, I can understand them, but I can understand a basketball player a lot more. And right now, that's where I'm kind of making my shift to. I'm not sure if that's going to be a permanent move, but I just really love basketball. I would sit and watch basketball for free. So if you're telling me that I can take my camera, watch the game, and film it at the same time and get paid for it, then, I mean, to me, that sounds like a no-brainer. At least, and from my experience, the pay scale varies, especially depending on the level that you're at, the organization that you're dealing with. Everybody has their like set ways of doing business, and with the few times that I've done this so far, I'm not accustomed to this this motto that's going on, and I don't know if it's a common thing, but I'm just not accustomed to it. Being, music videos, the budgets are a bit bigger and things like that. But also with basketball games, you're working less time. So instead of it being a 4, 6, 8 hour music video shoot, you're probably in the gym for 2, 3 hours, an hour to 3 hours, depending on the training session, or if you're shooting a game, or, even if you're shooting down to just a player. Then all of these things vary. One of the struggles that I had was just finding positioning on the court, especially like for doing just a player. Like, it was easier doing just the game. Actually, I take that back. All of it was pretty difficult depending on where the ball was and where I was. So positioning of shooting basketball games is kind of iffy for me. Again, this is not something that I natively do. I play the sport a lot, so I'm willing to learn and pick up on it. But trying to shoot basketball games by yourself, sometimes you get lucky and you're at the right angle and you catch somebody getting crossed, or you catch somebody getting dunked on. In my case, I caught somebody getting dunked on. Then it was a game that I actually missed somebody getting dunked on because I was at a bad angle. So that was a long-winded explanation of how I feel about me in the basketball space. I technically don't even feel like I'm the greatest at music videos or whatever. I feel like my lighting could be better. I feel like a lot of things could be better just overall with my craft, no matter what I'm shooting, commercial, basketball, music video, whatever. I feel like all of it could be better. But basketball, I don't have to bring lights and things like that. I just, you know, kind of pull up and, you know, adjust my exposure properly and, you know, get to shooting and just make sure that I get a solid angle. With basketball, I think that the 70 to 200 is definitely a great investment. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if this is going to be a permanent move for me, so I'm kind of iffy on making that purchase because I've never had a use for 70 to 200. You know, to go make that investment and then end up not even wanting to do this, and now I'm stuck with a 70 to 200 that I know that I'm not going to use, you know. So it's a lot of things that's been going on in my mind, like, do I want to just go straight basketball? Do I still want to do basketball, music videos? Do I just want to be like a jack of all trades and a master of none? There's so many thoughts that I've been having, and I'm just not sure how to go about it. You know, there's people from the business standpoint that say, you know, master something and be an expert in that, and, you know, you'll grow your money exponentially. And then there's some people that can just get away with doing everything really well, and they make money as well. I just haven't figured out, you know, what side of the coin I want to be on. Like, I don't necessarily want to tie myself to one thing in terms of my camera. I just like creating things. I like telling stories, and that's what makes it so hard for me to just clamp down and be like, I'm gonna just shoot music videos, that's it. Or I'm gonna just shoot brand content, that's it. Or I just want to do basketball, that's it. Like, it's really hard for me to do that. Y'all let me know in the comments, you know, what lane y'all driving, if y'all doing music videos, brand content, sports videography, whatever you do, weddings. I mean, I don't do weddings, but I mean, if you do weddings, there's no discrimination here. Drop what you do in the comments, and, you know, let's talk about it. I'm definitely trying to figure out, you know, in terms of a business standpoint, like, what I want to do. Passion wise, that's a no-brainer. I can do what I want. But bouncing around from field to field, it's starting to get a little monotonous, and, you know, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not entirely sure. And obviously y'all can't tell me that, but just, you know, the conversation itself, just kind of picking other people's brains and seeing how other people move, how they maneuver, and, you know, just the reasoning behind why they chose what they chose. Like, if you went passion or if you went just straight for the money. I'm rambling at this point. Y'all drop a comment. Let's get this conversation going. I will see y'all in episode 3. Y'all stay creative.